Well, hello there, and welcome back to another episode of State of the Build here on the Peak Auto YouTube channel. My name is Emily Reeves, and I am your grateful host, and this is the first episode of 2026. Awesome. We have a really rad dude with a super badass truck that I'm really excited to hear more about, so let's send him a text. Steven, dude, what is up? Thank you so much for taking the time to shoot videos back and forth. We've been trying to make this happen for, I guess, what we could consider months. I'm so pumped about this. One of the things that I wanted to ask you, and we don't have to spend a ton of time on this, but this type of racing that you do in this truck is so freaking cool. As a person that is a gearhead and loves going fast, this has got to be one of the most fun ways you can race, just bombing across the desert. I cannot wait for everybody to see your truck and get a deep dive into the details of it. But first, tell me how you started doing this type of racing.
Hey Emily, it has been a couple months since we've been trying to get this scheduled. Glad we were able to do it now. If anything, this 2 months ago did not look the way it did. Off-road racing has to be one of the funnest forms of motorsports in the automotive industry altogether. Not only do we get to go fast, but we get to go through 2-foot bumps just as fast. It is a thrill, it's like a roller coaster, and excitement like nothing else. Got this truck in 2007. It was bone stock. It was my daily driver, actually the first truck that I purchased. It is a 2005 GMC Canyon or Chevy Colorado, depending on which way you look at it, but it was bone stock and all the fun started then. The truck started getting a little bit of modifications, lift, wheels, tires, all that kind of stuff, but it wasn't until I started becoming an editor for an off-road magazine, this became a project vehicle for that magazine and kind of really progressed its stages. It got to a point where it was like, hey, this is kind of like a race truck. Haven't raced in my life, don't come from a racing background, decided to go take it out to the desert. The itch stuck and the truck sits this way as of now. It's been a lot of work. A lot of friends have helped get stuff done and turned the truck into what it is today. Yes, these panels are fiberglass, but the nice unique thing is with our class, we have to maintain a steel cab. So we still have steel doors that work on the truck. And yes, our truck was a crew cab and we still have working crew cab doors. So as you can see, factory frame is still all there. It's been reinforced and plated, but everything is still there all the way to the back. We've just made some additions, modifications, and all that stuff to it.
Oh, heck yes, dude. It is really cool being in the automotive industry in different capacities and how that can open doors. And that's one of the things that journalism did for you, clearly. When I see the truck, I'm like, gosh, that couldn't have ever been a factory truck. But I love that it has the original cab and then the original chassis, that frame. Okay, so whenever you started taking this truck off-road and using it the way it's being used now, what was the first mod that you did to get going on using the truck this way?
So first thing that I did to the truck when I started getting it really ready to off-road and really enjoy off-roading was suspension. Didn't look like this that we have on the truck now, was a different variation. Learned a lot the first time I did the suspension, and now we have this suspension setup that Matt with Hood Rat helped create and fabricate. Suspension is super important on an off-road truck. This is what allows us to go through all the bumps, be able to soak up all the obstacles that we've got to go through, and ultimately have a lot more enjoyment out there and not get beat up inside the vehicle while we're driving. So once all the initial mods and stuff were done to the truck and we took it out to the first race, a lot of learning lessons. We were still running the factory steering rack, went out, had a blast at our first race. We only made it 5 miles before our steering rack grenaded and we were towing it back on to the trailer. And then brought it back to the shop and we started to address all those weak links, and almost every time we take the truck out, there's always something that we can find or think of that we can do to make it better, to make it withstand more, and just to help the longevity of the truck in the desert.
Isn't that how it goes? We make a modification and then we find weak links and room for improvements. That's why when people ask, when's that build going to be done? It's like, are they ever really done? Like, come on. If you're using them and breaking stuff and learning stuff and constantly improving them, they're never done. So we just embrace that. Okay, so after your first iteration of suspension mods, what did you do next on the truck? Lightening it, start working with power mods. I don't even know if it has power mods. I'm so excited to dig more into it. What did you do after suspension?
So once the suspension was fixed and done on the truck, the next thing to do, just to make the truck safer when I was going out and off-roading, was doing the roll cage. The roll cage was the next thing that I did on the truck, and that's kind of where the truck went from daily driver to more pre-runner race truck at that point. So we put the cage in to make sure that we were safe while we were out there in case anything went wrong or we ended upside down, and just to make the truck more secure, tightened together overall. So the truck doing the cage got caged bumper to bumper, so it's got a full cage that ties everything in together. So when we got up front, that's when we decided to engine swap the truck. The truck had a 5-cylinder in it from the factory. Now it has an LT376, which is the Gen 5 LT1 crate engine. Off-road cars, compared to what a lot of people are doing, drag racing and everything else out there, we don't run any power adders on here. It's just another thing that can go wrong when we're out in the desert. It's another thing to try to keep cool with all the heat that we've got to go through. So this engine is 100% naturally aspirated, 535 horsepower at the crank, and no real major changes done to it. We've got an intake manifold and then our brand new hood rat headers and full exhaust that we just finished wrapping up on the truck just to help things breathe a little bit. But everything on these trucks are done to be durable, to last, and to just withstand all the abuse that we put them through.
That makes perfect sense to go from suspension straight to safety, because once you have the suspension to be able to haul Fanny across the desert, you need to have the safety element there in case things get too spicy. Speaking of spicy, that engine, that's plenty of power to have fun in, and I totally understand how power adders, forced induction just creates so much more heat and so many more potential issues because of breaking things. So when I think about running a stock crate motor, I think, okay, well, what's bolted to that? What transmission do you run? And you mentioned Prerunner. Aren't Prerunners two-wheel drive? Is this truck two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive? I think the way I understand off-road racing, you want it to be two-wheel drive because all the four-wheel drive components it doesn't really apply to this type of racing. Am I right on that? But then in my mind, I'm like, but all-wheel drive would be sick. So how does that work with this type of racing? Is it two-wheel drive Prerunner, four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive? And what transmission are we running? Do you have to upgrade the crap out of your transmission?
Bolted to the back of the engine is a Turbo 400. Nothing crazy. You can get pretty crazy with those in off-road racing, but for us, we didn't need to. Just got some mild stuff in there just to make it last. If anything, the biggest upgrade is the transmission cooler. The temperatures can get really hot when we're going through that super soft sand, so keeping everything cool is just the name of the game in off-road. And this truck did say Prerunner. This truck is two-wheel drive. Prerunner is a term that a lot of people use as a vehicle to go out and have fun with, or to go pre-run the race course, to go actually see it and go take notes. Built similarly to the actual race truck, but not the race truck. So this truck is two-wheel drive. All-wheel drive is out there. The top tier class, the trophy truck class, does have a lot of all-wheel drive trucks out there. Super fast out there. Those trucks are going 130 miles an hour, can handle turns and all that stuff. Those components have taken years of development to kind of get to those points. But for us, two-wheel drive is just fine.
Man, I appreciate the clarity on the Prerunner thing. I had never heard the backstory on that name, so that's cool. Okay, so she's two-wheel drive. Turbo 400 makes perfect sense. I love it. And so one of the things I like about these builds is it's not so much about like all kinds of crazy, insane parts. It's more like durability and sustainability of those parts. And that's really cool. Okay, so what work have you done recently on the truck then? Like, I know you're not like doing full-on mods, but like just making things better and stronger to last longer. What has been the most recent mods on her?
So now that we've actually been able to rest and get ready for this Mint 400, last year we had just started cutting off the back of the truck 3 weeks before the race. So sleep, wasn't even in anyone's vocabulary at that point. So this year, getting ready for the Mint 400, even though we had the success and we won our class last year at the race, this year we're actually putting more time going through things, and there's a lot of little stuff that we're going through that's just improving the truck, increasing its durability, and one of those is the new exhaust that we just finished up for the truck. We did a completely new exhaust system on the truck from the engine all the way out to the back, completely equal length headers all the way down. We did a traditional X-pipe to our mufflers, and then we did a NASCAR inspired boom tube with dual teardrops Frenched in together. The exhaust was a huge passion project of Matt, our fabricator, and one of the other drivers here on the team. He builds headers and custom exhausts for a lot of other vehicles, so this one was almost his Mona Lisa, and wanted to create something that was super unique. And boom tubes on an off-road car, don't think anyone else has done it, but the sound that this truck makes is one of a kind. Let's fire the truck up. What did you think of that sound? Completely unique to this. Actually sound like it has more cylinders in it. It's got a really unique tone for what it is, and just makes us stand out even more when we're out in the desert. So this was one that we just finished up. We're finishing up a couple other little prep items on the truck as well. Then we've got one more big project that we're working on to build something really durable for the back of the truck, just to help keep standing up to all the abuse that we are throwing at it out in the desert. We are building a brand new rear housing. This is the finished third member, the center of the housing. So we have one underneath. This one has done well. We're just making some improvements onto it, making it stronger, but this is the last part. We've just got to get a couple measurements off of the truck to be able to make the new housing. We've got the fixture and everything, so this is the new project that we'll be wrapping up and being able to show everyone.
Oh, dude. That exhaust sounds so good. It's not wildly loud, it's just understated and tough. I really, really like it. He did a fantastic job, and the headers look so pretty, and those tips are so cool and unique. So rad. So that rear diff is really cool. I've never seen a third member or pumpkin sort of shaped like that. It's kind of a long oval. Is that for cooling? What's the idea behind and the effectiveness behind the shape of it? Dang, that is neat.
So a couple things with this one. Obviously a lot different than just the stamped regular 9-inch housing that most people are familiar with. This is more towards like a drag racing kind of style rear end. This one is oval. Obviously that means there's more fluid capacity, so more fluid could get in. And this one can actually fit a 10-inch ring gear. So we only run a 9-inch on the truck, but down the road future, if we need to upgrade, we're able to use the same kind of housing for that. This one's also a lot stronger than just a normal 9-inch housing. There's a whole bunch of internal gussets. This is all 4130. There's internal structure, and it's all TIG welded.
Well, that makes perfect sense. I love it. I'm so proud of you guys. The hard work, fabrication, and dedication is apparent on your truck. This is awesome. Okay, so I feel like we've covered just about all the build elements that I can think of. What's coming up for the truck? Like, where are we loading it up and taking it to? What's the next big race that you guys are going to go kill it at?
So coming up next, we have this year's Mint 400, March 4th to the 8th out in Las Vegas, going back, taking on the same desert that we did last year with the same hope and dream to win our class again. Super excited for that. We've got a test session coming up just to do a quick shakedown on the truck, do a full systems check, and then bring it back, finish up any last little minute things that we need to do, get our chase trucks ready, get the trailers ready, get everything packed, and head out to Las Vegas. Once we get out there, we have a whole bunch of fun stuff. The aura around the Mint 400 is why we keep doing it. We get to do a parade down Las Vegas Boulevard with all the trucks and vehicles that are racing the Mint 400. Thursday, we go head down to Fremont. We get to go do tech and Contingency down Fremont Street. It's cool to go get up close to a lot of the trucks for fans to come out, kind of talk to people, and big car show. And we get the truck tech to make sure we're safe for race day. We race Friday on the limited race, so with some of the more limited vehicles out there, some UTVs and things like that, and then all the big dogs, they race on Saturday. But like we did last year, we'll actually be live streaming from inside the cab, outside the truck, the whole entire race, so you guys can follow along on the Peak YouTube channel to watch our race, see how we're doing, and take a ride with us.
Oh yeah, dude, that live stream last year was so cool. I'm so happy you guys are doing that again, and I will be in there rooting for y'all. Oh my gosh, that is gonna be so amazing, and huge congrats for last year for winning your class. I mean, that is something that's so cool. You'll always have that. And who knows what's going to happen this year? You may add another win to your roster. I'm so proud of y'all. I hope each and every one subscribes to the Peak Auto YouTube channel and also follows Clinical Racing on a whole bunch of platforms. You guys do a really great job with content as well. I'm just so pumped about it. Oh, it's going to be a great year. 2026 is off to an awesome start. And I really, really appreciate you taking the time to toss videos back and forth with me today. I hope everyone enjoyed this episode like I did. I learned about pre-runner trucks and got to see a deep dive on a truck that I've followed for a long time. And I just really, really, really appreciate it, Steven. Can't wait to see you guys crush it in Vegas.
Hey, Emily, thanks again for having me. This has been super fun, being able to show you the truck and everything we've done to it. I can't thank Peak enough for all the support that they've done for us on the racing side and just for motorsports in general. All the grassroots stuff, it's just really cool to see a company like that involved with this. And also Blue Def. We use a lot of diesel trucks. We need Blue Def to get all this stuff out there. Otherwise, we can't go have fun with this. And what's the fun in that? So thanks again for everything. And this has been a blast.
I hope y'all enjoyed that episode. Man, Steven's such a good dude. He's such a great builder and such a great racer. Obviously, like, crushing it, like winning stuff. It's so great. If you have a sec, leave him a comment down in the comment section telling him congrats for all the hard work, and his team. Those guys are awesome. And please do subscribe to this channel and watch for their live stream, because it really does feel like you're with them in the truck. Like the truck's bouncing through the desert. It's just so dang cool. It really is. I really appreciate each and every one of you being here, and I cannot wait to see you on the next episode.